So I had a strange experience a couple nights ago. I got really stoned, and then I decided, you know what? It's been too long. I've been putting it off for too long. I keep dropping shows that I want to watch, even though they're good, and there's no reason for me to drop them just because my fucking brain will just like not do it. I'm like, you know what? It's been too long. I'm watching Better Call Saul. And I picked back up Better Call Saul, and sorry, I picked Better Call Saul back up, and I'm on season 4, by the way. So far, all of the time flashes have either been back to the way past, back to the days of Slip and Jimmy, or to the like future with Gene at the Cinnabon. So this episode starts with a flash to Breaking Bad time. So I'm like, what the fuck? Am I on the wrong episode? And I had spent 10 minutes on the fucking Breaking Bad wiki trying to like figure out where I left off in the show. Um, and then, so then I figure out, yeah, I'm on the right episode. This is just a weird offshoot thing that they're doing. So I returned to Better Call Saul. And then I'm so high. And the funny thing about this Better Call Saul episode is that literally nothing happens, which is which is a problem that Better Call Saul has from time to time. And it was like one of the weirdest trips I've ever had to be like stupid stoned watching an episode of Better Call Saul where literally nothing happens. It just feels like I'm watching some dudes live for like 45 minutes. It's so strange. I'm like I'm like absorbed into the world, and I'm just watching fucking Mike talk to some Germans, and Jimmy sells cell phones or some shit, and I'm just like, it's just such a strange existential experience, and then the episode's over, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a TV show. I'm not just hallucinating lives of some guys, some uninteresting guys doing uninteresting things.
Did we ever do our uh Better Call Saul review?
No, because I have to finish Better Call Saul. I'm still on season 4.
That's right, because you're the one who didn't finish it. Because
Correct.
you were doing that show or something.
Yeah. So that we were supposed to on Issue Crew movie reviews, or it wasn't Issue Crew movie reviews at first. It was another movie show, and then we started Issue Crew. So I rebooted my movie show into an Issue Crew thing. But regardless, me and some of the folks from the old Issue Crew cast were reviewing every season of Breaking Bad, and we did. We reviewed every season of Breaking Bad, and we reviewed El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie. And we were
Which we also
supposed
did on
to,
this show if you want to go check it out.
and we were supposed to review every season of Better Call Saul. I believe we did one. I'm pretty sure we did Better Call Saul season 1. And then I watched season 2. And then we just could not pull off the scheduling for season 2. No matter what we did, we would always miss times. We would always fuck up. Fucking weeks and weeks and fucking months went by trying to schedule the Better Call Saul season 2 podcast to the point where eventually I'm like, okay, I guess I just got to give up. So I watched season 3. I started season 4, and the thing about season 4 is a little bit slow. So perhaps that's the reason why I ended up kind of dropping it for a while. Then I picked it back up just a couple nights ago, and that was the story I just told you. And I've watched more since then. Now I only have one episode left in season 4, so I'm making progress. I'm in the mood for Breaking Bad stuff. So I think I will have finished Better Call Saul within the next 2 weeks.
If you want, we can do a review on here. We already did cover Breaking Bad.
Yeah, we did like we did an all of Breaking Bad episode. It was I wanted to do individual seasons, but that's already like not happening because I don't remember what happened in season 2. So yeah, we could just do a fucking whole show episode for sure. We will do that once I finish Better Call Saul.
Yeah, Breaking Bad Part 2.
Sam, are you into Breaking Bad and or Better Call Saul at all?
It's funny. I've watched the first season of both of them, and that's about it. And I don't know why.
That's a weird thing to have done.
I remember watching the first season. Oh my god, of Breaking Bad, probably like
Saul's
so
not even
long
in
ago at this
season 1 of
point.
Breaking Bad. You're probably like, this is a Breaking. What are you talking about? Oh, Mike's here.
I
guess,
knew of
but who's this
him
Saul guy
as a character? I was familiar with him
Saul
as a
guy?
character, but like, yeah, I don't know. Why did I do that? I honestly don't remember now.
Well, I would
I think
highly
it's
recommend.
because
I would highly recommend.
I think it was
finishing
because
Breaking
like,
Bad.
oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I do want to finish them both one day. No, I think the reason I did that was like by the time Better Call Saul came out, I was watching season 1 as it was coming out, and I was like, well, I want to be on the ground floor of this.
You
And
want
then
to be
I
the
just kind of
ground
forgot to
floor
continue
of Better Call
watching.
Saul, of course. But yeah, I would highly recommend. I would recommend Better Call Saul too, but like how I would phrase it is like Better Call Saul is something you should watch. Breaking Bad is something you have to watch. You gotta.
I see.
Welcome to Detour Ahead. I'm Riely. Here's Alex.
Howdy, howdy.
And we got Sam, special guest.
Yep, can't find me anywhere. I mean, I'm sure people can, but I don't.
Ghost.
But I don't have anything to plug. So
Find the
just
hashtag
enjoy
find
the moment.
Sam. Let us know of his home address once you figure it out. By the way, I do not drink these often. I can see the comments coming a mile away. This is my mother's. I don't have anything right now. I drink a full sugar soda maybe like once a month when I'm desperate and it's what's in the fridge.
Shame on you. You're disappointing
I
Sean.
know. I know. Yeah. Diet Coke only. I know. It's a fucking betrayal to the honor.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Sam, welcome back.
Happy to be here.
You have joined the ranks of second appearance guests.
Oh, nice.
Let's see.
Who's only been on here twice?
The obvious
Mo,
one,
right?
Violet
only been on twice.
has only been on. Mo has been on twice. Rach has been on twice, and now Sam.
Woo!
Jason has also been on twice. Everybody else
Really?
has been
we only did 2 with Jason? I thought we did a few more than that.
episode 2 and 22, and that's it.
Mm.
I was never able to reschedule anything with them.
We never got to talk about. Did you buy What's Your Problem? I forget.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I still kind of want to do a What's Your Problem review podcast because I did read it.
Maybe I can pull some strings and get him on here. It'll be the first paid guest. Maybe.
Pay Jason to come on the show.
It's like a social media appearance.
He's not gonna do that. It's as if I'm fucking like paying him to be my friend again. That's fucking retarded.
No, I'll tell him, hey, I'll buy your book and I'll give you $40 to come on the podcast and we'll talk about your book. That's a really good deal. $40 for an hour.
It'd be pretty funny. If you want to
would be
give
pretty
Jason
good.
$40,
I don't have
by all
$40. I don't have
means.
$40 right now. Sam's gonna DM me with an invoice later. Be like, yeah, that was like an hour and a half. If the going rate's
Yeah,
$40,
$60. Yeah, actually.
I mean, I'll take it. I wouldn't not do that.
I'm gonna get a random
if an
Venmo
hour's 40,
request.
that means an hour and a half would be 60. But for you, 55.
I'll give you the friends and family discount of 30 for the hour and a half. Isn't friends and family supposed to be a better deal? Be like, no, it's a better deal for me. I don't respect friends and family. Sorry. You pay me more. You know me, so now you have to pay more.
It's the 2-episode fee.
Oh shit! I forgot about the other episode. The other episode, first appearances are unpaid. Sorry.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
I
we
get
have to
that.
make
It's like
sure
an
we have to make
unpaid
sure you're worth a
internship.
damn. Yeah.
We have to make sure we want to bring you back because if you don't do a good job, you're not going to get paid. You know.
Hopefully the
No,
other
that's
guests.
fair. It's understandable.
Do you know how many
Hopefully-
people we would get if I go out on Twitter and be like, "Hey, I have a podcast. It's $5 for the hour to come on, free."
I'll Venmo you. Yeah.
Hopefully the other guest from the Sam episode doesn't show up today.
The other guy.
The moth?
Yeah.
Oh, the moth. I forgot about the moth.
I remember the moth.
I'm surprised you remember the moth. I don't remember.
I remember things
Because the moth
sometimes.
has second billing in the episode.
Yeah, featuring Sam and Moth.
Is that what I put, or did I pussy out and not do that?
I
that's
really
what
hope you did.
That's what I sent you, and that's what it says on the podcast feed. So I don't know what it says on your channel.
Oh, let's go to the channel. What episode did you show up on? How long has it been? It can't be that long.
I mean, a month or two. I don't remember. No, it can't be just a month. It had to be 2, 3, 4 months.
Oh, that's fantastic. You showed up on 83. It's 95 now. So what? 12 episodes
Okay.
ago.
I mean, we missed some weeks, so it's not an exact timeline.
Hey, look, us missing a couple weeks caused episode 100 to not be next week.
That's
The
true,
week-
and we've done next to no planning for that, so I guess that is a good thing. What episode is this? 95, I
We
think?
have 5 weeks. Next week is
Okay.
already planned. Next week, I'll get into what next week is gonna be in a minute.
Okay.
I completely forgot. Under the links for everybody's like social media and stuff for Sam, it's just the Wikipedia page for Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
I
bit.
think, yeah, that sounds right. That is a good bit. Oh, wait. Can you put for this week then?
the
Put the Wikipedia page for Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
Yes, we get it. Absolutely.
And then the next time he comes on, it'll be the Wikipedia page for Georgie and Mandy's first marriage.
I guess I can only come on a max of 3 times then.
Yeah,
So
until Big Bang
more and
Theory
more
gets another
shows.
spin-off. I've
Fuck,
heard they
what?
might be. I've heard they might be giving Penny a show, so maybe that'll come
Oh,
out.
yeah,
and then we
yeah,
can
yeah.
have Sam back
I
on.
didn't puss out. It says roads, road trips, and teddy bears. Detour ahead, featuring Sam and Moth. I didn't
Hell
fuck
yeah.
up. I knew I didn't fuck up. Most of the time, I blindly take whatever he says. The whole description could be Alex is a stupid idiot. Come watch our show, and I'd be like, copy and paste. Not even read it.
But yet you noticed that I named the thumbnail file Thumbnag somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how I noticed that. Oh, you want to know why I noticed that? Because when I put it in to the file of all the other thumbnails that I have, because I want to do like we rate the thumbnails from 1 to 100. This one stood out from all the others, and I was like, huh, that's weird. Why is this one out of order? It says DA whatever it was, and then I saw it said Thumbnag, and I was like, you goddamn bitch.
I was being nagged for the thumbnail, so I decided to. And I didn't think she would notice. I was almost 90% sure she wouldn't notice. So instead of naming the file DA90 whatever thumbnail, I named it DA90 whatever thumbnag.
I don't
like
think it was
that.
not. I don't think it was 90.
Oh, it might have been in the 80s. I don't
I
know.
believe that was last week.
Well, I said 90 something.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
You must have cut out.
Crazy. Looks like
Anyway.
it's ring light hours, boys.
I didn't want to say because I'm not a
Oh,
nag.
God, it's the light of God. There we go.
Riley's getting raptured today. It's probably not good for me, but you know. Anyway, so Riely, what have you been
What's
up
up?
to?
Oh, chilling, watching Better Call Saul, trying not to kill myself. Classic time.
Um, how was your little beach trip? Did you want to talk about that or no?
Oh, it was great.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I was rushing through the episode last week, is because
Yeah,
I accidentally
that's why the airing of the grievances just randomly got cut, which seems like in the middle.
yeah, because I had to go because I ended up double booking. So here's what happened, right? Let me tell this story. So to tell this story, I first have to tell a previous story that occurred a couple months ago, in which
Okay.
me and my friend Patrick were hanging out.
Oh, is this
Um,
the AM beach trip?
yes, so I
Okay.
probably already told this story. So to just
I don't think
briefly
so.
recap, so me and Pat were chilling in his car, and we were talking about how I wanted to swim at night. I love night swimming. It's my favorite thing to do is swim at night. So I'm like, we got to go to the beach at night because we got a nice beach near us. And I love swimming at night. We got to go there at night at some point. And the conversation goes on, and eventually we make the very impulsive decision to go there. Then. I believe it was like 10 o'clock. So we make our way to the beach. We get there at like 11 or some shit, and we're there until like 4 in the morning. And then I went to work the next day. So
That's
that
rough.
was, yeah, so that was quite the scenario. But we had a great time nonetheless. So we're talking about doing it again. And then this was like last like Tuesday or something. We had a conversation. We're like, we got to go to the beach again. And we were talking about it, and we were kind of like thinking we would go Friday. But Patrick refused to commit. And we had like a little back and forth about it.
Lovers
And then
quarrel.
a lover's quarrel. And then I convinced him to go right then at that moment, and he was ready to just go. So I was like, Patrick, you're hesitant, obviously, because you have to work in the morning. We don't have to go right now. Just commit to going on Friday. 100% commit, and then we'll go on Friday, and it'll be fine, and we don't have to go right now. So, so I fucking Saul Goodman'd my way into a Friday beach date. But what I had completely forgotten about was a little show I like to call the Detour Ahead podcast. So so I realized that the next morning, and I was like, fuck. But I'm like, I'm not canceling the beach, because if I give him a way out of this, we will not set a new date, and he'll wiggle his way out of it, and we won't go to the beach for another fucking month. So I gotta go. So
Seems like
that
he has
so
commitment issues.
he does. He does. Um,
First, not picking you up from your house to take you to the airport.
well, that was not a commitment
Next,
issue. That was falling asleep and not responding to his alarms issue.
and costing you $50 in Uber money.
Well, I know I guess I'll detail the fucking argument we had if you're gonna keep bringing it up and make it sound like he's
I've
the
only
bad
brought
guy.
it up
Let
twice.
me make myself the bad guy. I never give him gas money for anything. And we had an argument
Mm.
about that on the way home from the airport. So we ended up kind of
Oh, so all your
calling it
gas
even.
money, instead of going to
My
Patrick,
yes.
went to the Uber driver.
Exactly. So we basically called it retroactive gas money. So
Oh boy. Okay. I mean,
I think
I'm just
that's how
bringing
that
it up
works.
because I think it's funny. That's all.
but
That you had to
regardless.
Uber at 4 in the morning. Sorry,
So,
3 in the morning.
Alex, everything is fine. Alex is literally unemployed at this point. So I'm like, okay, so I'll just do the show right when we get home, right when I get home, and
No,
then
I had a job last week.
maybe you had just gotten the job, but in my mind
Last
you were
week was
still
week 1. I
unemployed.
just finished week 2.
Okay, I didn't realize that yet. I don't think I thought you were still unemployed. So I was like, okay, we'll do the podcast. right when I get home, and then we will deal with it later. So, and then before I can tell Alex about this timetable, she texts me and lets me know we have a guest. That being Sam, who did not quite come to pass. But so
Whoops. Whoopsie.
so as I'm about to be like, Alex, we got to do the show really early. Alex hits me up like, "Yo, I scheduled a guest," and I'm like, "What time did you schedule this guest for?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's 7." And I'm like, that's nice." So I tell her she has to reschedule. That happens. We rescheduled successfully, but Sam ended up falling through. And that was the story, and that's why we had to cut the airing of the grievances short. Which, by the way, speaking of the airing of the grievances, welcome to the final episode of Detour Ahead, everybody. It's been a good ride. It's been a
Dang.
it's been
Almost made it to 100.
it's been a trip. It's been an experience. We almost made it to 100. If we hadn't missed those weeks, we might have made it to 100. But I think it's clear to see that Alex is putting in 90% of the sweat equity. So obviously, she doesn't want to proceed here. So thank you all for listening. I'm sorry that I am completely useless and contribute nothing to the show. I hope you enjoyed Alex's program. Uh,
This show will continue without you.
The show must go on.
The show might not happen weekly, but I will continue to put out Detour Ahead as often as I can.
Okay, so I'm just fired.
I'll never fire you. You will step down.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're gonna like bully me so hard that I eventually decide that enough is enough.
No, I'm done bullying you because I don't like it when I get bullied, so I don't do it anymore. I've found peace
You see,
within
I wanted to
myself.
bring that up. Welcome to airing of the grievances part 2, because you said something right before we started that I would like to come down on. It took me a minute to like think about it, but now I would like to come down on it. Alex made a little comparison. Alex was, bitching and complaining as she tends to do. And she made a little comparison to, the
I don't even
current
remember
state,
what this is.
the current state of how we are doing the show and how we are getting into fights about the show, to the Pixel situation from many years ago.
I'm
During
not
which
familiar with this situation.
So me and Alex used to be on a show called Pixels, Polygons, and Fun. I'm still on it. She's not. We used to do a show called Pixels, Polygons, and Fun. It was a video game podcast. It's got like a bunch of different people on it, whatever. It's a solo lore. But while we were on that show, Alex and a couple of other members of the show were partaking in some what I would describe as some pretty cruel, relentless bullying of myself, and to the point where I became extremely upset, and there was some turmoil in the group. Now, cut to today.
We worked it out. We worked it out.
We worked it out. We worked it out.
You got to make sure that I don't look like a piece of shit. We worked it out.
Well, I mean, we're here. We're doing this show, aren't we? We started this show after that happened.
This could be out of spite. This could be a long haul on your end. You're just over there like, I fucking hate this dude, but I don't have anything else better to do.
Yeah, I actually tricked you into doing a podcast with me just so like I could play the long game until we like blew up and then just be like, fuck
for
you.
almost 100 episodes.
He's gonna cut me off at 107. I'm terrified of 107. I'm terrified. So there's a podcast that we used that used to go on many years ago called Biggest Problem in the Universe. There is a reboot out right now. But the original was between two guys. Shit happened, and then all of a sudden one guy was no longer on the show and they ended it at 107. I'm terrified. Riely and I are big fans of this podcast. I'm terrified, especially with the turmoil these past few weeks and us nearing 100. He's going to cut it off at 107. And I know he's going to because he's gonna do it as a joke.
So many great podcasts
Mm.
never make it to 108. It's just a hard hurdle to pass. It's fun. Biggest problem is not the only podcast that I like that suddenly died at 107. If I had a nickel for every time a podcast I enjoyed ended at episode 107, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I'm terrified of 107, and I'm mentally preparing a plan B just in case Riely decides to fully commit to the bit and quit the show on 107. I have
Yeah,
plans to bring somebody here for 108. It's tentative.
When you start the
but-
when you start the yield podcast with with Penguin.
No, I'll just continue this show on my YouTube channel.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'll
Just skip
continue the show.
107. Just call that episode 108, and then you don't have to do a 107.
Oh, that's right. I could change the description on YouTube and just be like, "Oh, yeah, they struck 107. This is 108, everybody."
Yeah.
Speaking of strikes, I don't have another one, but I just want to clarify to Sam. I did get a warning for hate speech on my YouTube channel. It's been appealed.
Uh-oh.
It's been appealed. I'm not like a hateful person. This was all Riely's fault, by the way. Not my fault.
Uh-oh.
It's not my words, but we brought this up last week.
Yeah, so we were having a conversation about hate speech, and I gave an example of what would be hate speech within
Yeah.
the context of explaining what hate speech was,
Uh-oh.
and we got struck for hate speech, which is obviously bullshit because of the context.
Which is why I appealed it immediately and they put it back up. It's episode 53. Mike destroyed by free speech. Timestamp around like 8 minutes and 45 seconds to 9 minutes. Around there, if you want to go listen to what Riely said that caused my channel to almost get destroyed by YouTube.
I know, yeah, I completely.
I'm gonna be pissed if my YouTube channel gets struck down because of something you say. Not my words are the only one that can take this channel down, not you. I don't want my channel taken down because of something somebody else said, because I'll be very upset.
Well, listen. Wait, never mind. I realized I can't do that joke or it'll fuck up OBS.
Don't make a hate speech joke, please. Not on this
I
episode.
I was just gonna say the first syllable of the N-word and then hang up, but that would fuck up the cameras if I did that.
Yes, it very much would. That's like a meta bit where you gotta include me in it, and I'd still tell you don't say that.
So don't say "ne." I said I was only gonna say the first syllable.
Sam, what have you been up to this past however many weeks it's been?
Hold on, you don't get to move on to Sam yet because you interrupted me. You interrupted me, and I had something to say. You
This is
interrupted
the
me with your whole
longest
fucking
little
tangent.
intro segment we have, by the way.
Who cares?
I haven't been up to much.
Thank you for continuing. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam. But all I would like to say, Alex, is not even Maddox was that low to just keep doing the same show.
I'll steal the feed.
And fuck the other guy out of it.
Do you know how long it takes to take 107 episodes off of YouTube?
You don't have to delete them. Just start a new podcast. Just call it something
too
else.
Much work. I like this podcast too much to let it go.
It's the same. Well, it's not the same show because it wouldn't have me in it. But it having a different name doesn't mean you have to conduct it differently.
I'm gonna learn how to code, and I'm gonna create an AI Riely based off of our 107 episodes.
Yeah, just
Train
feed
it
it
on that
everything I've
data.
ever said on the podcast, and
I'll feed it all of your video feeds and everything on the internet, so
There
I can
is, like,
create an
thousands of
AI
hours.
Riely.
There's like thousands of hours of audio of me, so it probably would be pretty. It would be pretty scary the AI you could produce from just the pure amount of bullshit I've spewed onto the internet.
Anyway, continue with your little beach date story.
Yeah. So I mean, that's it. We cut off the airing of the grievances. I went to the beach. I had a beautiful time. We swam at night. I love swimming at night. We saw we didn't see the sun set because the clouds were kind of covering it, but like when we first got there, the sky was like orange because the sun was setting and it was really pretty. It was cool. Had a good time.
Sounds romantic for a platonic
Very,
boyfriend date.
very romantic. I stared into his glistening blue eyes.
You're getting a little too specific to stay straight, my guy.
I marveled upon his 6-pack abs, which I got really pissed when I found out that he had. I don't know if I've ever told that story. It was literally, we were at the park. We were at the park with Dakota from the Rad Movie Review podcast. If anybody remembers that out there, folks. We were at the park with Dakota because we were gonna go somewhere with the rest of our work friends later that night, I think. Yeah, we were going to Olive Garden with our other work friends. So while we were waiting, we were at the park. And Dakota and Patrick were playing basketball against each other. And then Patrick was soundly defeated in this game of basketball, at which point he decided to extenuate or exaggerate his reaction by laying down on the pavement and ripping his shirt off. And it's nighttime, so I'm like, I'm looking and I perceive some sort of shapery, and I'm like, is that a 6-pack? You have a fucking 6-pack? The fuck?
What a way to find out.
Because like he's already a Chad. He's already skinny. He already has like this like long blonde hair. He looks like a fucking surfer boy. I didn't know he had a fucking like perfect chiseled body too. So he's laying down lamenting his basketball loss, and I'm like, you have a fucking 6-pack? The fuck? Yeah, I get it. I'm gay.
I was just letting it sink in. I was letting the audience take everything in. We've had a very good development of your feelings for your platonic boyfriend Patrick over
I was
the
angry at the
past few
6-pack.
months.
I was not attracted to the 6-pack. I was angry at the 6-pack.
You were jealous. Not angry, jealous.
Why would I be
Resentful,
jealous
maybe.
why would I be jealous of my gay boyfriend? He's my gay boyfriend.
Anyway, before you dig yourself an even bigger hole, do you want to move on?
You and your fucking stupid sexy abs. God damn it.
All right. Sam, anything interesting besides the thing we're going to talk about later or in a bit?
I mean, did you already talk about the big storm that knocked all the power out?
A little bit last week. I did go on a rant about the Sonichu medallion that's back on the sign.
Sam, do you even know who Chris Chan is?
I am
Do you
familiar,
know about
yes.
Sonichu? Okay.
Do you know about the Sonichu curse?
I know about the Sonichu curse.
Oh, you do? Does it make you uncomfortable that it's sitting in the background?
It's watching your every move.
No. It feels decently far enough away from me. I don't have to live with it in my living quarters.
It is in my bedroom. I don't really appreciate it, but I've come to accept the fact that it is here and it is here to stay.
You're the one who bought it.
It was given to me. Thank you very much. I would not buy.
Oh yeah.
I would not spend my money on a thing like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you don't want people to know that you gave alleged rapist Chris Chan money. Yeah.
I didn't give Chris Chan money
to you.
Anyway.
Oh, did you see that the body cam footage came out?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Of her in that little like motel.
Yes, all the body cam footage is out now, and there's some good stuff in there.
Very compliant, I will say, very compliant.
Surprised. Well, she resisted a little bit at first, as the cop pointed out.
Took her a while to tell her that to tell them that she's internet famous, and then the cop's demeanor changed because they noticed
she should have been charged. She should have been charged for resisting arrest with violence because she told her husband Magi-chan to punch the cops.
Did he?
So she told her husband Magi-chan Sonichu from the other side of the dimensional plane to punch the cop. She was telling them that apparently he was gently punching the cops to let them know that he's there. And she asked the cop if he could feel it, and he was like, "No, I don't feel it." And then Chris Chan's like, "Punch him harder, honey." She also said when she was in the police car, she said she started describing her marriage where she's like, I'm married to Magi-chan Sonichu. I'm also polygamously married. She did not say polygamously right. That was I don't remember how she said it wrong, but she did not say it correctly. She said she was also polygamously married to like something Rose Chu and like Eliza Chu or some shit. And then finally, her final spouse is not an OC. It's somebody you may recognize. Do you know who Chris Chan's other spouse is,
Who?
Alex? Mewtwo. The one and only Mewtwo, cloned by Giovanni and his team, as depicted in the first Pokemon movie. This is me quoting Chris Chan directly. That's what she said.
Oh boy.
Wow.
She is married to Mewtwo.
Anyway, so you're aware of the curse.
Yes.
Ever since I brought this thing into my home, there's been turmoil on all fronts. The podcast, Riely and I's working relationship. I lost my job. The curse is real, but I'm not letting it get me down. I always come right back. So I decided.
Yeah, Alex.
To-
Yeah, the Sonichu curse has made it so Alex is secretly mad at me again.
So the storm was my fault, Sam. The storm
because of the
was
fucking
my-
medallion.
was my fault.
And the
I
truth comes out.
caused the 2 tornadoes in Northeast Ohio to wreak havoc on thousands of
Havoc?
homes. Havoc. Wreck havoc.
I am wreaking havoc.
I mixed up havoc and wreckage. Fuck off. It's my fault. I would like to sincerely apologize on behalf of all of Detour Ahead to all the families that were affected. I lost power.
Don't start weeing now.
For,
like Vito.
I lost power from like Tuesday to Sunday. I know
I
you
lucked
told
out.
me your power came back on quickly, right?
Like less than 24 hours.
Fuck you.
I really lucked out. There's so many folks I knew who had it gone for longer.
But it's my fault. I decided to move the Sonichu medallion. I decided to touch it that day, as well as hit master rank in Pokemon Unite and get a job interview all in the same day. And then the power went out. So I did something, so I would like to sincerely apologize. That is my fault.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that Sam is here, because Alex is very obviously secretly girl mad at me, like she was that one time when we did a Dickheads podcast and we didn't have a guest, and it was just us like throwing pot shots at each other and being awkward and upset and seething the whole time.
I don't remember that.
So
You don't recall this?
Nope.
There was an episode of the Dickheads podcast where we very obviously wanted to rip each other's heads off.
No, that doesn't sound like me.
Yeah, no, it would never happen. But
I'm very mild mannered. You should know this by now. You've known me for 5 years now. I'm very mild mannered. I don't get frustrated. I don't get upset.
But Alex is obviously girl mad at me, because she.
Do you want to
didn't
mansplain girl mad real quick?
It's just when you're when you're mad and you won't admit that you're mad because you're being a woman
mad
about it.
I don't know why I would be mad.
Because we fucking had that big argument, and you think I don't give enough to the show.
That was last
Or
week. I don't give a
whatever.
shit about last week. A lot has happened in a week.
But you didn't say anything when I sent you the thumbnail. You didn't say anything when I asked you about why the podcast didn't drop, except for a thumbs up emoji until I confronted you about it.
Because you
and I
didn't give me time. You didn't give it time to go up. It was going up at 12 p.m.
Why?
Because that's what I'm gonna do now. Is it's 12 p.m. instead of 12 a.m. so it hits people's feeds a little better. Seems
That's
to be
stupid.
working for this week.
Oh, okay, so this is here's another thing Alex has been doing recently. Lying.
Oh.
What do you mean lying? I don't lie.
You told me you did that by mistake, and now you're telling me it was on purpose.
I will pull up our...
No, don't you pull up shit, because you're gonna do the Andrew method and start deleting and editing messages right now. Like, that's what Andrew does when I try to prove something via our DMs.
All right, let's see here. You sent me the stuff.
You did not. Okay, you're right. You did not say it by accident. You didn't say it wasn't by accident.
Why did
though.
Chain Together video drop instead of the podcast? At 6:14 a.m. At 11:08 a.m., you send another question mark. At 12:07, after I knew the show had already gone up, I sent you a thumbs up. Are you busy or are you mad at me for some reason? It usually only takes you this long to get back to me if something is wrong. Although I know you meant, since I saw the podcast go up, a thumbs up is a weird reply to that question. It got scheduled for 12 p.m. instead of 12 a.m. I've been busy with 30-minute to hour drives all day.
Now, so just real quick, I would like to pose a question to Sam.
All right.
If you intentionally scheduled a podcast for a different time than usual, would you say it got scheduled for this time? Or would you say I scheduled it at this time? Because it got scheduled makes it sound like it was some sort of mix-up.
I mean, I could see it either way, honestly.
Okay.
I feel like Sam's not going to come back on anymore after this episode.
I think he's entertained.
I told you I have 3 in me because of the Big Bang Theory universe. So
yeah, we gotta put the Georgie and Andy's first marriage Wikipedia article.
I'll bring him on for the episode where I tell you not to come. He'll be the one guest I bring when Riley's not here.
There hasn't been an episode without me yet.
There almost was, because you were being a bitch about it.
Oh?
Because you didn't tell me you were doing it.
Because I told you you're not going to do it that week.
Because I was sick.
This is not fucking airing of the grievances. I got stuff to talk about. We're almost an hour in. This comes out the day before I leave for MetSuriCon. I got shit to talk about and inform people who are listening.
At this point, it should be like airing of the grievances part 2 / other stuff.
Look, next week, or I guess for when this episode comes out, tomorrow is MetSuriCon down in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to be there. You want to come take shots at me, go ahead. I don't really care. I'll be dressed as Ash Ketchum, which is going to be fun. Get heckled all day as Ash Ketchum, because that's what you do. So that's
more like ass ketchup.
A lot of the ones I get are they're like, why didn't you earn any of your gym badges, Ash? Or stupid shit like that.
That's not even real anymore. That was only the first show.
Well, no, I'm cosplaying Kanto Ash.
Yeah, but he wore that outfit in Johto too, and he earned all his badges there.
Anyway, if you see me, for some fucking reason you come and find me there, I have business cards to hand out, and if you want free Pokemon cards and possibly stickers, I will have them as well.
Ooh.
The stickers are a maybe, but I do have I have about 8,000 Pokemon cards to give away. along with 4,000 or 1,000 business cards.
Why so many gosh dang Pokemon cards?
I've been collecting them for 5 years.
Oh, and you're going out of the game. Or are
What?
these all spares?
These are all spares. I'm only collecting one of each Pokemon.
I see.
I'm doing a living dex, or like a full Pokedex of Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
Actually, I can actually tell you how many I have left. Is this?
I could, yeah.
Pokemon list. I might have to turn this on. So when I go here, whatever, I don't give a shit. I don't care. 56.
Oh, nice. Are they mostly like newest gen ones?
I've categorized them all. So I need 2 more in Gen 1, 6 and 2, 7 and 3, 9 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6, 10 and 7. Gen 8 and the Pokemon introduced in Legends Arceus are both complete, and I need 11 more in Gen 9.
Which 2 are left in Gen 1? I feel like those should be easier.
Nidoking and Kabutops.
Huh.
Yeah, Nidoking and Kabutops. I have every other one from Generation 1, including Kadabra.
I know that one. He, for people who don't know, that one had a whole history to him.
Oh, yeah, but it got re-released in original 151. So I spent a shit ton of money trying to pull him because I knew that no other pack was going to have a fucking Kadabra in them.
Oh, yeah.
I need Bayleaf, Typhlosion, Pichu, Igglybuff, Slowking, and Corsola from Gen 2. I do have a Hisuian Typhlosion, but it's not the same. He goes in the regional variants. I could go through all of this, but yeah. In the process of collecting every single Pokemon, I have amounted to what is approximately 8,000 Pokemon cards.
All right, just let her connection work itself out there.
My connection's fine.
Yeah, I hear Alex completely fine.
Wait, you did? During that moment you did?
Yeah. Oh wait, now I don't.
I haven't
Well, yeah,
said
she's
anything.
not talking right now.
Oh yes.
I'm smirking in the camera and being very smug because it wasn't my fault this time.
Okay.
Anyway, so in the process of trying to collect one of every single Pokemon in Pokemon card form, I have amassed close to 8,000 Pokemon cards of bulk. Not including the full arts and all of that. Those are in separate binders. I have 7,500 to 8,000 Pokemon cards to give away. If you want free Pokemon cards, come to MatsuriCon in Columbus, Ohio. Look for an Ash cosplayer by the tabletop room. Come find me. I got business cards. Unfortunately, I do not have the business cards for Detour Ahead. Will not show up on time. They're gonna show up a week after. Unfortunately. What I do have, because I got this design and paid for it first, the minute I got it done, was my Colochu ones. So I will be handing those out as well. Before you say anything, you very nice person who I care deeply about, who we've been friends for a while. If you scan this little QR code, it takes you to my Linktree, linktr.ee/COLOCHU. There is a link under there for Spotify. If you click that link, it will take you straight to the Detour Ahead page. And it does say Detour Ahead on it, I believe. I'll have to double check all those links later. But there is a
So
link for Detour Ahead in my link tree, so you can find the show through there, and I will mention it to people who actually take the fucking card in the first place.
just to make sure I fully understand the sequence of events here.
I also have a poster board
You-
that is going to have our logo right next to the QR code, and I'm going to be telling people, if you want to listen to my podcast, scan that and it'll take you straight to the show.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do instead of the business card thing, since it's not going to arrive on time.
Well, real quick,
sorry.
still let me confirm the sequence of events. So you make a Colo Chew business card, and from what I've told, but from what you told me, the reason you did that is because you could not think of a design for a Detour Ahead business card.
Yeah, and then I
And
immediately purchased
instead of telling me that, you made the Colo Chew business card and then immediately purchased them all without telling me your problem that you're having where you can't think of a Detour Ahead business card.
You were at work. I was unemployed.
I'm on Discord at work all the time.
I wanted to make sure that they got here on time. When I was making it, when I was looking into what the business cards were gonna take, back when I was unemployed, it takes 2 weeks. This is my fault. I should have focused more on the Detour Ahead one specifically. But this one is personal for me and does cover everything that I do online. It takes you to a link tree. It originally was going to be the YouTube channel, and then good friend of the show, Nessa decided to have me make a link tree instead, which would cover everything.
Well, there you go.
I was gonna say that YouTube probably would have had a better idea.
Linktree takes you to everything. The first one is YouTube, then Twitter, then our Patreon is on there as well.
Yeah, link trees are the way of the future these days. All the
kids
make link trees.
I mean, I know I have a link tree.
God, that's
but
terrifying. Look at the fucking Sonichu.
yeah,
That's
It's
fucking
so weird how
terrifying.
the sign is perfectly lit somehow, and Sonichu is just a fucking black blob at the bottom.
What if I do this? That's a little
You can
better.
make out a little bit more of Sonichu, and now the sign looks like it's white.
It still says Detour Rooted.
Ooh, it's a ghost Detour Ahead.
If you've been watching this show,
Halloween.
you know exactly what that is. Anyway, so I will be handing out Pokemon cards as well as walking around with the sign that says free Pokemon cards, courtesy of Rach. We are going to work on it next week. Probably nobody from the show is going to show up and be like, "Hey, I know your podcast." And I'm going to be like, "Oh shit, who the fuck are you? And why should I be running right now?"
What you should have done is you should have used that like Pokemon card maker and made like a Colo Chew Pokemon card, and its
I
attack
thought about that.
Its attack is linktr.ee/Colo Chew or whatever.
See, that's clever, but my main marketing strategy here is giving away Pokemon cards, because at conventions, these people will eat the fuck out of free shit. It could literally be a business card where my QR code could lead to a webpage that says "fuck you," and that's it. And I go, "You want some Pokemon cards? Here's this little QR code."
No, you don't have to
But,
get
like,
rid of the real Pokemon card. Be like, yo, I got 2 free Pokemon cards for you, and one of them's a real Pokemon card, and then one of them's the Colo Chew Pokemon card. Even better, even more clever. The attack is called Shill, and the description of the attack is linktr.ee/Colo Chew.
Yeah, but this makes it easier. You just scan the card and throw it away.
That's fair.
Or they can scan the card and I don't have to give it away at all. That makes it easier.
Oh, but people want free stuff.
Well, that's the Pokemon cards. I'm gonna dump all of the shit that I have. Hold on. I think, where's my phone? let me send you guys the amount of Pokemon cards that I have, with a scale right next to it, just for
All
reference.
right.
Where's our show? Here it is, live chat. Okay, let me pull this up. I sent it in Detour Head live chat. That's all the cards that I own, all condensed
Damn.
down into one box. The cards on the right of the box, outside of the box, I counted out to 500, and then
Oh, shit.
estimated. Yeah, the 500 is on the right. The 750 or the 7,500 to 8,000 is in the actual box itself. So I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go buy like a big fishbowl or something and just dump all of this shit in here, because I honestly, if this box burned, I'd be a little upset, just because I'm like, well, that's good, that's free shit right there. Like, I could have just given this away or sold it. But it's a lot of cards. I'm gonna get a fishbowl. I'm gonna dump them all in. I'm gonna
Nice.
look through some of my full arts and see if full arts and shinies and all of that, and see if I have duplicates, and then toss them in there and be like, you might have a chance to get a full art in there when the odds are 1 in 8,000.
Whoa, just like real
It's like a
shiny Pokemon in the
shiny.
old
It
games.
is.
Yeah.
It's clever. It's funny. It's a good thing. Anyway, so I ran this by a few kids. I ran this by a few of my friends, and I ran this by my parents. 3 separate generations all told me that this was a brilliant idea. Dress up as Ash, walk around with a sign that says free Pokemon cards. And then once I have them hooked, hand them business cards. Everybody's told me this is a really good idea, and it's good for marketing. It's a good marketing scheme as well, because everybody loves free shit at conventions.
Yeah, I hope that turns out well for you then.
It cost me about $200, so it better. If I get absolutely nothing by Sunday, I'm literally gonna be like, if you want the fucking cards, you got to scan the QR code first, dude. I don't care. Scan the card. I'll go on my phone and change it so that the QR code goes straight to my YouTube channel and be like, you want 10 Pokemon cards? Subscribe to my YouTube channel and I'll give you as many cards as you fucking want.
There's the good backup.
Oh, there is a good backup. It's called give shit away in return. I get what I want. In return, you get a bunch of free shit. That's how that works. But should be fun. I'm excited. If for some reason you're at MatsuriCon, come check me out. You look bored out of your fucking mind. You look like you want to shoot yourself in the face after listening to me shill myself out to the masses.
I'm not going to fucking MatsuriCon, so it's not really relevant to me.
You look like you just listened to a business pitch from a whore on the corner. You're just like,
I want to hear a business pitch from a whore on the corner. I wonder what she's got to say.
This is you. Just like just straight, like you don't have to show interest. Be like, yeah, wow, that's really crazy. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. But you gotta show a little bit of interest, or at least make it look like you're paying attention. Not
This
just.
is why I don't. You see, this is why I don't like being on camera.
Do I look engaging?
I mean, that's why I'm not on camera.
See, Sam has it right.
Yeah, but it'd look weird if I'm the only one on camera.
That's true.
Then you take your camera off too. We'll go back to audio only. That'll
No,
be great.
no. Video podcast is much better. Anyway, that's basically what I've been up to, which covers our introductory part for the first hour of the podcast.
that was all the introduction.
Well, I want to at least get into what we brought you on to talk about.
Oh yeah,
your story. If you still want to get into
my
that.
fast food experiences. I
Do you
would.
want to
I would
get
like
into
to get
that?
into that.
It's what
I
we
would
brought
love
you
to
on
get
here.
into that.
Okay.
So,
Someone's sleepy. I saw that.
And a long,
so
hard day's work.
Oh, I bet.
Same. Actually, now that I think about it, I have two fast food stories. I'll start with the more recent one. Today, I had to go all the way to Michigan for work, which is fine, whatever. But on my way there, I saw Tim Hortons, and I was like, oh, I forgot we have these here in America. I thought it was just a Canada thing. So I stopped and got a donut and steak and cheese melt, and it was okay.
Tim Hortons.
So that's
A lot of the Tim Hortons around here got replaced by Bugbees or something like that.
oh yeah. Oh shit. What's it? I think it is literally. Is it Big B?
Big B, right. Yeah, a lot of them got replaced by that.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Tim Hortons around this area. Only in like parts of Michigan and New York.
There used to be one out in Bedford, Ohio.
Oh wow.
But that got replaced by Big B.
We're missing out.
Big B's not even that good. It's like a more expensive. It's like a less expensive Starbucks, but it's not good. Like if you want Starbucks but you don't have any money, you go to Big B
and have a pretty mid coffee.
Yeah, it's not even like Starbucks quality for less money. It's less money for less quality. It's a horrible business plan.
Well, that's funny that you mentioned that's less quality, because that will tie well into my
like
reporting.
So Walmart has Great Value brand. It's like Great Value Starbucks. Just slightly worse. Not as good as what they're copying, but
Value.
I love Great Value. Great Value is great. It's cheap as shit and it tastes exactly the same
lives up to the name
of the time. But anyway.
So one of my other fascinations in life is like dying brands. I don't know how else to put this. Like, you know, like you always see like there's one Blockbuster left in fucking Alaska. That shit's cool to me.
In Alaska?
And I don't remember if it's in Alaska. I'm using that just as an example, but I feel like there's like a single Blockbuster left somewhere.
Yes.
Or like Kmart. I think there's like a Kmart left in New Jersey.
I know there's only one Blockbuster left, and the guy is literally everybody else who was part of Blockbuster stepped down, which officially makes him the owner and CEO of all of Blockbuster.
Oh, that's great. Good for him.
Which I think is cool. I don't know if he makes enough money, but like at this point, it's such a nostalgic thing. He probably makes enough, just like a decent amount, just because he's the last one around.
And that shit I like. I like when there's like a dying vestige of something like that. And I went to an example of that recently. So back in the day, I think like the 70s and 80s, there used to be a competitor to Arby's called Rax Roast Beef, RAX.
Really? I've never heard of that.
I had neither until like a year ago. And at its height, it had like 500 locations across the country in like 30 of the states. And then it just kind of fell apart. I don't know the history too well. They just had a series of errors and mistakes. But long story short, there's like 6 left, and they're mostly in Ohio. And I heard this story before, and I was like, that's interesting. And then I was going somewhere for work, and I literally passed one. I'm like, oh, I got to get that for lunch to say I've had it, because it's like, there's 6 of these fuckers left. there's not many left, and it's like this was a fast food that existed and still exists barely. And I just find that fascinating. And I've had it, and it was just like worse Arby's.
Do you remember
Very disappointing.
Cici's Pizza?
I miss Cici pizza so much.
Dude,
I feel like
everybody misses Cici's.
are they gone
For good, yes.
forever? Okay, I thought they also had a similar thing where they all left Ohio, but there was a few open like somewhere else.
Oh yeah, there's Cici's other places.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
I think so.
I thought Cici's was like dead.
No, I think
No.
there's like a few open left somewhere.
I see 3 in Florida alone when I googled Cici's Pizza.
That makes
I think
sense.
they just
It's
left
down in
Ohio.
Florida. Man, fuck Cici's for leaving Ohio. That used to be the shit back when I was in high school.
I know. It was so great. I would go to a Cici's again. How far? Okay, real talk. How far would you travel to go to a Cici's?
Book a
Like
flight.
hours driven.
Let's see. Not very far.
Just being real.
Wait a second.
What?
No shit. There's still some left in Ohio.
Where?
Down in Cincinnati.
Man, Cincinnati gets all the cool shit.
Yeah, but I got family down in Cincinnati, so that's like the perfect excuse to drive. I'll drive 3 hours to a Cici's Pizza. That's the
fair.
closest one is down there.
Damn.
There's some out in like West Virginia and stuff, but like they're pretty much gone at this point. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Cici's Pizza hit different. You could easily have like twice the amount of pizza you would normally eat, and it just oh.
Yeah, there's only like 20 left in the US.
Everybody go hit up your local Cici's. Show them that you
Cincinnati.
appreciate them.
I didn't
Show 'em
know
you
there
care.
was one down in Cincinnati. I'm gonna have to go down there now.
There's something
Damn, are
else.
you-
I think they're opening a Buc-ee's in Cincinnati.
Yeah, they are.
Am I getting a glass of water and can it come through the mic? Probably.
I was about to ask if you were pissing.
No. No, I was getting a glass of water. I didn't mute. Whoops.
Speaking of which, keep talking.
Okay. So I got there's another fast food similar that I learned about recently. There's only 2 left, and they're like, I don't know, half an hour from me. It was a competitor to Long John Silver's, which is already a pretty rough fast food.
Yeah.
Called Arthur Treacher's, and they also had like several hundred locations in their heyday. But then, like, you know, people don't really want fast food fish that much. So all of them closed except for literally 2,
Is that
and
the
they're both
moth?
like in the Cleveland area. Huh?
Was that a moth on
there for
Alex's
real?
camera?
That'd be hilarious if there's for real another moth.
The moth is on Alex's side this time?
That would make me very happy.
And hi, I'm just tired.
Fair enough. Oh,
I didn't know there was somebody who had lost to Long John Silver's. That's a fat L to take.
it's a pretty fat L, but there's 2 left, so go hit up your local Arthur Treacher's today, folks. Show them you care. I love that
Silver's
shit,
like
though.
even good. I've never had it.
God, have I ever had it? I think I've had it once. I don't remember it being that good. Welcome back.
I'm back. I just
We're
really
talking about a second fast food.
a second fast food.
There's a fast food that lost to Long John Silver's called Arthur Treacher's, and there's only 2 of them left.
I've never seen a single human being go into a Long John Silver's.
Really nice
It's a
vibe.
rough one.
I like fish. I kind of want to try it.
Yeah, but it's fast food fish though. Doesn't it seem a little sketchy where they're like, we got a whole bunch of fish over here, and I'm like,
It seems a lot of sketchy.
how the fuck do you prepare fish so quickly?
Feels like the easiest way to get sick.
I'll take my Lake Erie cod, Lake Erie perch, with salmonella on the side, please.
Talking shit about
Obviously,
Lake
I'm not
Erie.
concerned about.
Hey, do we have to pause? Your camera's cutting out.
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
It is for real cutting out.
It's the heat. It's getting to him. It's getting to the Wi-Fi.
Oh my
Heating the
god! I
Wi-Fi
can't
up.
believe it's crazy. I mean, a router can overheat. It doesn't happen on its own, but it does happen when my mother throws a bunch of clothes on top of it. Which again, if I had a nickel for every time my internet has gone out because my mother piled a bunch of clothes onto the router, I would have 2 nickels, which is not a lot. But it's weird that it happened twice.
I'm trying to think of other dying fast food brands.
God, there's got to be another one.
The only one that comes to mind is Cici's, but now that I know that there's one in Cincinnati, I'm gonna have to fucking take a trip down there.
Pour one out for Cici's.
Rip my man CC's.
It's a
I don't know
shame.
if there was ever one near me. I only ever went the one time with Gingy when we were in Orlando for Podfest.
I need to get Gingy to come over. I need to drag his ass out to Ohio. I know
There's so
Penguin
much
will
to
never come
see.
up here, but I need to get Gingy out here.
Why wouldn't
There's so much to
Why,
see.
why wouldn't Penguin?
Personal things.
She
We're
hates
gonna leave
Ohio.
it at that. There's a
She's-
very good reason that I can explain to you after the podcast.
Okay.
We're gonna leave it at personal issues. Plus, she also works like 85 hours a week.
Jeez.
She doesn't have that Ohio skibbity riz, so she just can't fit in there.
I don't know what the internet did to Ohio. Ohio's
See, Riely misses Ohio. He wants to come back. He's a little Gen Z baby
have
who
the
wants to
Ohio
come back
skibbity
to
riz.
Ohio.
God.
We infected him. He came up to Ohio and was like, this place ain't half bad. And now he's going around telling people, oh, you guys should go check out Ohio. It's great.
Get on down to
Skibbity
Ohio.
toilet.
Ohio
What are you
skibbity
doing a
riz.
southern accent for? We're like one
Phantom
of the most
tax.
northern states possible.
Come on, man, the good old Ohio.
This is Ohio slander, and I will not stand for
I
it.
won't stand for it either. I love Ohio. It's great.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Colo Chew. I live in Ohio.
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 Classic Ohio accent.
Man, Penguin's been telling me I have a Midwest accent, which I didn't think was possible outside of like, you know, the normal, like the Wisconsin accent. Because like I'm aware of the Wisconsin accent, like the Midwest, that true Midwest accent. And then she asked me,
Well, I was, like,
and then
barely
immediately
the
after,
Midwest.
she asked me a question. I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, blah 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 blah, and she's like, up there it is, and I'm like, fuck. It's the no, yeah, no, and the yeah, no, yeah. That's the Midwest
No, yeah, no, yeah,
accent
no,
coming
yeah.
through. I'm pretty sure another one that I've never gotten to try is I don't know if it was exclusive to Ohio or not, but Moe's I think it was like a Southwest food, kind of.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember that?
yeah. There's got to be more of the. Maybe there's not.
I'm
I don't
pretty sure
know.
they got taken over by not like bought out, but like Chipotle.
Pushed out. Mm.
Because they were big before Chipotle came around, and then Chipotle came and they just kind of slowly
Oh,
disappeared.
another one like that was Qdoba. I never went to a Qdoba. That was
Qdoba.
another one. It was sort of like a Chipotle-esque place.
Right. There was one at the University of Akron. I don't know if it's still there or not, but there is one in the student center because I used to go there.
Nice.
What is this place called again?
Qdoba, spelled exactly how you think it
Ah.
is.
Interesting. I
Quiznos.
feel like I've
Y'all
heard
ever
that
have-
name before.
Oh, Quiznos. Rip Quiznos.
The better, the superior sub sandwich place.
Agreed.
Eh. No, Quiznos is kind of mid.
What's better than Quiznos? If you say Subway, I got something for you.
Well, I am a defender of Subway personally, but beyond the Subway, Jersey Mike's probably
Solid choice. 100% agree. Jersey Mike's is probably fantastic.
I don't actually know if I've ever had Jersey
Firehouse.
Mike's.
Firehouse is okay. I've only had it a couple
I
times.
don't know if I've ever had Firehouse. Damn,
As
I need
long
to
as
up
you-
my sub game.
Wait, I
Penn
keep
Station
getting
is
them
really
mixed
good
up.
as well.
Not Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's sucks ass.
Jersey
Jimmy
Mike's
John's.
is great. Jimmy John's
Jimmy
is good
John's
too.
is what I meant.
I do like
Jersey
Jimmy
Mike's
John's.
sucks ass.
Fuck you.
I always get those two mixed up, but Jimmy John's is the one that's good. Jersey Mike's is the one that sucks ass.
Penn Station is pretty good. I don't know if you have that down there.
I've
I
had
do
Penn
not.
Station a number of times and it is quite good.
Charlie's, found in most malls. There's one
Oh,
over
yeah.
off there's a standalone one over in off Brook Park Road.
Mm,
It's okay.
Charlie's is pretty good.
Charlie's is
I like
good.
it.
The one in Brook Park is okay.
I see.
The employees weren't too great, but you know.
Mm. I mean, such as life. Gotta find the happens. DeBella's subs.
I don't think I've had DeBella's.
I had them once and they're okay. Y'all ever have In-N-Out all the way out west?
Never had the pleasure,
I'm just
but I
thinking
hear
of,
it's
like-
pretty good.
It was pretty good. I'm just thinking of regional fast foods now. I know you all got like Jack in the Box in the South and like
Never
Bojangles
been.
and Zaxby's.
Never been to any of the. Well, Zaxby's I had once. It was pretty good.
I think I've had one of those. Yeah, I've had Bojangles before. They had like
I re-
chicken and biscuits, like a
Keep going. I stopped so you could keep going.
that's all I was thinking. They have chicken and biscuits. Sorry, you can
Okay.
continue.
It seems like you cut out the middle of a sentence, so I was like, well, you go. Come
Nope, my bad.
But I've never had Bojangles. I've heard good things. Zaxby's I had the one time after I was I used to watch a Twitch streamer named Michael the Pokemon, and one day for some reason he was streaming. He very rarely streamed other games, but one of the other games he streamed was Danganronpa, and we all loved Danganronpa was a big hit in the chat. We were all excited for the next Danganronpa stream. And he starts the next Danganronpa stream, and the first 20 minutes are him eating Zaxby's on camera and telling us how good Zaxby's is.
You know what? When you came up here, what I forgot to do was take you down to do you have Sheets down there? The gas station?
Oh, sheets.
No.
They have their own kitchen. It's so good.
It's so good. I love sheets.
It's like a restaurant, and it's like fast food restaurant inside of a gas station, and it's all Sheets food, and it's fantastic.
It's so good.
Like,
You ever see? There are a few sheets with drive-throughs. Like,
I
I've
saw
seen a
that.
sheets with a drive-through. That's innovative.
So is that like a Wawa then? It's just like a gas station with
Yeah.
food and
Yeah,
stuff.
kind
Yeah,
of.
okay.
Yeah. They're pretty much, I would say they're very similar, having both of them.
I
But
like
like,
Wawa.
and Wawa's
Shout
pretty
out to
good. I
Wawa.
do like Wawa. I've had it a few times.
The one I
I've heard Wawas are
never,
coming to Ohio.
I heard that too. The one restaurant I never had a chance to go to, and like I don't want to say never had a chance. I had multiple chances to go to. I just never wanted to. White Castle. I heard it was all shit food and absolutely fucking terrible. But just constantly hearing bad things about a place makes you want to go try it out.
Is White Castle dead
Absolutely.
now?
That's how I felt about Applebee's. No, they're still around.
Bruh, Applebee's.
I don't.
Applebee's, dude, I fucking love Applebee's.
Did kill yourself.
Applebee's is so bad. It's so. I tried to give it another chance because I'm like, Applebee's can't be that bad, and I gave it another chance like a year ago, and I'm like, nope, it was awful. It was the greasiest, saltiest food.
I can
How many
tolerate
dollar
Applebee's.
margaritas did you have when you were eating there?
Oh, look at me! I'm an alcoholic. We're
How
talking
many?
about food. Talking about fast food, not how many fucking drinks you can slam into your throat. You fucking alcoholic fuck.
Dollar mixed drinks did you have when you were eating at Applebee's?
0, because it was like 11 p.m. at night.
Oh, well, see, that's where you fucked up. You're supposed to get fucked up and go to Applebee's or get fucked up at Applebee's. That's why Applebee's tastes so good, is because you've been drinking all night.
You know,
Applebee's is like the sit down Taco Bell. Taco Bell always tastes great when you're high or drunk at like 2, 3 in the morning. Applebee's, it's for the day drinkers.
I can tolerate
palate.
I can tolerate Applebee's, but it just like annoys me when anybody pays it any sort of accolade because it's the most
Applebee's.
like nothing food. It is nothing special. It's just worse Chili's. That's all it is.
And honestly, Chili's isn't that good.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Chili's isn't that good, buddy.
Now
Chili's is not as good as Applebee's.
I need to find a restaurant that I like and you two hate, and then we have the perfect trifecta.
Applebee's is your neighborhood grill and bar, though.
No, Chili's is that.
What is another? I'm trying to think of.
Their slogan is literally the neighborhood bar and grill.
Is there a third restaurant even in that vein?
Fridays. TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays, yeah.
It's not as good. The atmosphere doesn't fit the same.
Honestly, I'd probably put TGI Fridays above Chili's and Applebee's.
Well, if you're looking at food, but if you're looking at like plain like atmosphere alone, Chili's is too Mexican for an Applebee's style restaurant.
Hooters
Applebee's
is like that,
is just your normal ass restaurant with just normal ass food. It's like
Hooters
the
is just
perfect
Applebee's
mid.
and Chili's with tits.
I'm sorry?
Hooters is just Applebee's and Chili's with tits.
Hooters is going away, actually. They're not making a lot of money. They actually closed a whole bunch of locations this past year.
Hooters isn't going away.
It's a weird sell.
It's a generational thing, though. Like, I don't think anybody who's turning 18 is like, yo, man, let's go to Hooters. No. They all go home and go on OnlyFans. You can get porn whenever you want. That's why Hooters is dying.
Hooters is also pretty good. It's just as a bonus, it's a requirement to be hot to be a waitress there.
What a weird business model.
You can tell, like, a man who was born in like 1920 or like the 1910s was like, I want a bar and I only want to hire women. I want to make sure they all have their tits out. And everybody's like, why would you hire women?
So real. So real.
Back then.
Oh yeah, of course.
I have to clarify.
We need innovation. We need femboy Hooters.
Goth girl IHOP.
Goth girl IHOP. But Hooters, Yeah, the food is just good. I've been going there since I was like a little kid. I tried to rizz up a Hooters girl when I was like 3. True story. I guess I was watching
That's
too
really
much
funny.
TV and I just understood how trying to like hit on a girl worked, and I just did that to a Hooters girl at like 3.
You got that brain rot.
That's something.
Listen, I rizzed up that Hooters guy. I think she was into me. I think she thought I was cute.
Because you're a
You know?
3-year-old.
Yeah, that's the joke, Alex.
Oh wait, I just remembered the king of all these food. Puts everyone we've talked about to shame. I
Okay.
will stand till the end of my life. Denny's. God bless you, Denny's.
Is Denny's dead?
Bless you,
No, I'm
Denny's.
just thinking about places that are great to eat at, and Denny's is the one.
Oh, Denny's
Well,
is fantastic.
Denny's is just like the chain version of a diner. Like you'd do better off going to most local diners than you would at Denny's, but like Denny's is
Yeah, but you
good.
know who's open at 4 a.m. in the morning? Denny's.
Every diner
Waffle
and also
House.
Denny's and
I've
Waffle
not
House.
been to a Waffle House yet.
I don't even know where one exists. Oh, I think there's one on the east side somewhere
So,
near
oh,
Menor.
real quick before I completely forget, because I just remembered this like for the second time already. This has nothing to do with Riely.
Oh, okay.
But everything to do with you. If you're ever out in Amherst, I believe it's Amherst. Yeah. If you're ever out in Amherst, check out Hot Dog Heaven. Have you
Okay.
heard of that before?
I have not. I do like hot dogs though.
Their hot dogs are better than normal. But their fucking fries are fantastic.
Oh,
And I know you're gonna text me, and I have a feeling you're gonna message me, be like, "You stupid whore! I was at Hot Dog Heaven and it was all shit. Fuck you."
I don't think
But
that's my personality, but
there's only one in Ohio. It's locally owned, and it's out in Amherst. My aunt and uncle, every time not every time, but like sometimes when they come up to visit, they're like, "We have to go out to Hot Dog Heaven." And my parents are always like,
how far is that?
You, without saying where, you live around me, right?"
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. Without saying where, I don't mind telling people I'm going to be at a place at a specific time and date, but I'd rather not tell my home address.
You heard it here first, folks. On Saturday, September. Nope, let me think. Saturday, September 7th, Alex will be at the local Hot Dog Heaven.
Wow.
35
Live podcast from Hot Dog Heaven.
It's about a 35-minute drive.
Okay. And you'll be there giving out more Pokemon cards at Hot Dog Heaven.
Hot Dog Heaven.
Yeah, 35 minutes. You take 480 out to like Elyria, Amherst area.
All right. I was coming from that direction today from my job thing I went to. Dang, I should have done this podcast last week. Could have gotten Hot Dog Heaven.
It's good. I'd recommend it if you've never had it before.
I've
You
not.
can take it to go, or you can sit down and eat. Their fries are really good, though.
I want fries so badly.
God, I might go get fries from McDonald's after this.
To bring us back
Oh
to
shit!
Waffle House.
That's the fucking thing you were supposed to talk about.
No, that's not what I was gonna do for the cold open. I was
No,
gonna,
but
was
I
gonna,
wanted you to talk about that though.
I know. I was gonna circle back to that. That was in my head. That was
Okay.
in there.
I forgot
It could be
about.
the cold
See,
closing.
I forgot about that part.
Whoa, Alex forgot to say. But
Shut the fuck up, whore.
So I wanted to bring back up Waffle House real quick. So the conversation kind of kept rolling, and I couldn't get in there. I've been to Waffle House once.
Oh shit! God damn it!
Did you spill your beer on your keyboard?
I fucking spilled my beer on the keyboard. Continue. Hold on, just continue.
Dick Masterson be like, "I taught you well, young Padawan."
This is what I get for fucking drinking on stream.
But yeah, I went to
You
Waffle
went to a
House.
Waffle House once.
I went to Waffle
Son of
House
a
once.
bitch.
I was stoned as shit, and it was like I was walking into Valhalla. It was.
That sounds about right.
It was fucking awesome. The food was just like greasy and disgusting, and it was the best thing I had ever had ever in my life.
Oh, that
Besides,
sounds just
besides the
wonderful.
banana split, the
Oh
famous
no, was it
banana.
a
The famous
not?
banana split story where I got high on edibles and then ate a banana split. It was like I was having an out of body experience. That's how good the banana split was.
That's a
I got
fun. Okay.
I got I got high on edibles. I went to a trampoline park and then I ate a banana split. It was awesome.
For next episode I'm on, which who knows when that will be, but I'll tell my drink too much weed story, but not this episode. That'll be a little teaser for sometime in the
You
future.
drank too much weed?
Oh, I mean, not actually weed, but I did get way too high off of. Um, it feels weird to call it an edible, but because it was a drinkable, but yeah, I'll tell the details of that sometime later.
Oh yeah, I guess they do make
I feel like
like
it's fun.
weed soda. I guess that is a thing. I've never had it. I'm curious about it.
Well, be curious for a while because you ain't getting more
Yeah,
out of me this time.
yeah, let's all get weed soda for the next podcast. Crack open a cold one with the boys. Uh,
I think Ohio. I mean, it's legal in Ohio now, so and they're just
hell
now
yeah.
starting to sell it. So like, not impossible.
Alex, you want to crack open a cold weed soda with the boys next week?
Wheat soda?
Weed soda.
No, absolutely not. You know I don't do that shit.
Yeah, but like you don't want to smoke it, you don't want to smell it. But
By the way, your
some weed
fucking little
soda.
vape that you left here because you're too afraid to bring it on the plane has not
Yeah.
moved since from where you left it.
Okay,
You
so just
sneaky
leave it
fuck.
there. Leave it there forever, and then I will come back and I'll smoke it.
I was gonna give it to the maintenance guy.
You should. If he wants it, listen, I'm a sharing guy.
Be like, yeah, I don't really do this. I had a friend over and he left it. Do you want it? I'll give it to you if you fix my AC unit fast enough.
Yeah, no, I just didn't want to deal with it. Is legally dubious to bring THC on a plane, and I did not want to play that game.
Let's do it
Didn't want
anyway.
to gamble that one.
Worst case
No.
scenario, TSA looks at you and says, "Man, fuck off. Give it to me," and then they get a free vape.
No, I think they
They could
might.
like
There's
find
a
it in
worst case
transit,
scenario.
and then they could just like subpoena my luggage. The cops will be waiting for me when I get home.
I don't think you use subpoena right.
Yeah, they're subpoenaing my luggage for
I don't think
evidence of
that's
the
the
crime
correct
that I
usage of the
committed.
word.
Subpoena for evidence in a crime? That's what subpoena is.
No, they get a warrant to search your stuff, not
And
a
they subpoena
subpoena.
it.
No,
They subpoena the stuff.
no. I know I'm not stupid.
I thought that's like when they took stuff for evidence, they were subpoenaing it.
I'm not even gonna pretend I know on this one. Gang.
Subpoena, a writ ordering a person to attend a court.
But I've heard people talk about subpoenaing hard drives.
No, they're retarded.
No. This
I
is
just
real.
looked this shit up.
It's got to be a
A
double.
subpoena is a summons from the court for you to show up. A warrant is the police get a warrant so they can search whatever they want. Or they can do no-knock raids, but you know, that's a whole separate thing.
Well, I'm gonna do the Midwestern whelp, slaps thighs, and
Well,
say I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah,
well,
that's okay. We got to end the episode.
well, folks,
Pretty
thank you
good
for
one.
listening to another Detour Ahead. I got my authentic Ohio accent to sign us out here today. Where can they find you?
It's true. You can find me at the link to Young Sheldon.
You can find me linktr.ee/colochu, COLOCHU. Riely.
linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe for all your Riely needs. It's RIELY Cinematic Universe. So many podcasts, so many YouTube channels, all sorts of wacky shenanigans, all for you.
Thank you everybody so much for watching Detour Ahead. Next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, we get either Val or Nessa on to talk about our experience over at MatsuриCon.
I don't know if Val's gonna come on the show. She's so distraught about my brutal murder of her chair.
No, I'll convince her to come on and yell at you about breaking her chair when you came up here. That's good content. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching to Detour Ahead. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Detour Ahead, DETOURAHEAD.
Detour Ahead.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching to Detour Ahead.
Thank you for watching Detour Ahead. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Detour Ahead, DETOURAHEAD. I was talking too fast. You got to get that cinematic universe shit down. You got to like keep telling yourself in your mind how to spell it. So you can go
I'm not gonna
linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe.
Cinematic Universe is.
What if I'm illiterate?
Well, then that's your fucking
Exactly.
problem.
Yeah, but you're losing so many subscribers to illiterate people.
You have a small link, so you can spell it out. I have a long link. It's
I have
stupid
two
to
short
spell it
links
out.
because I know links should be short. Colochu, COLOCHU. Detour Ahead, DETOURAHEAD. Detour Ahead,
Yeah.
DETOURAHEAD.
Okay.
Riely Cinematic Universe, RIELY
No.
CIMECCC, something.
No.
I haven't gotten it down. I'll get it down eventually.
Cinematic Universe. You said M.
Cinematic. It's like synonyms. All
All
right, everybody, get out of here. Goodbye. Get out of here.
Goodbye.
We'll see
See
you
you,
next week.
everyone.